My name is Tara Kelleher, Tarakelleher.
What is the most important lesson you learned during this session?
So this session for me is, in my business, is going to be all about AI. I have a service business. However, my secret sauce is selling and marketing people's homes, helping you prepare your home. And what I need to understand a whole lot better and implement a whole lot more is the ability for AI and building an AI agent and what all of that means into my business is going to be extremely helpful. That's one of a few things that I've learned this session.
What are your specific goals over the duration of your Big Table experience?
Well, they started out with this whole idea of building this foundation. I've had a foundation in my business for a long time, but some of the cracks and broken things that were not really affecting my ability to sell and buy homes, but more along the lines of kind of this rocky road between accounting and investing, just the basic things, tax help, tax strategy, making sure that my LLC had the resolutions it needed for proper compliance for corporate. So all of that is part of the goal, but that's the baseline. And from that, I'm going to continue building the business using those foundations and being able to integrate what I learned from the Big Table and the experience here with Laurel.
What does financial freedom mean to you?
Okay, so financial freedom, I am still working through that definition with my coach. I feel as if it evolves a bit, but fundamentally financial freedom to me is me owning my day versus my day owning me. I think that these are the stepping stones and the building blocks that are going to help me get to that place whereby I can start taking, I call it my show on the road, saying this is where I was, this is where I am, this is where I got to, and this is how I can turn around and help you, whoever you are in the future, do and get where you need to be to have a better life, to have a better ability to serve your family and your community. I feel like this is the perfect place to learn and do all of those things to pass it along.
What have been your biggest financial challenges in wealth building up to this point?
I help a lot of very wealthy people buy and sell homes. And it has always felt to me like there's a community, a society, a secret group of things and people that I didn't know how to tap into. I was around it all the time. I know so many people in so many aspects of the financial world, but how to do it, how to get there on top of running a business, so important to know these financial things in order for me to get where I need to go. And here where we learn, this is an academy. This is a place for people to learn. And in my estimation, this is available nowhere else. I have not found anyone where I can feel a basic level of trust, a group of people who are here for a common interest, supported by other people who are knowledgeable and specialists in what they do. And so for me, this is a place that really brings all things together. And I'm so happy to be here.
How do you feel the Big Table will help you the most?
I think that there's this whole idea about legacy and being able to pass this knowledge on to my family, my children. We think of legacy as the ability to leave money behind after we leave this earth. But to me, that's important. But more important than that is not only am I learning to help expand and grow my business and my investments and money, what I also am taking away from this and the importance of the Big Table is the legacy of passing it on to my children. And my young adult children have all, graduated from college and they have the ability to start their own career path and find their way. And so if I can bring that to my family and then pass that along, I think that's going to be a really great takeaway in addition to everything else here at the Big Table.
Tell us your result. What's the win you got from being in the Big Table?
I think just being here is a big win, huge win, just to be present in this space. That's one and the most important because from there, everything else can happen. I think going back to foundation and setting the foundation, I came into this place as an entrepreneur. So I wasn't stepping from W-2 life into entrepreneur life. I was already there, but it was broken. And so this foundation has helped me set, and that to me is the big win for the next chapter. So I'm not done here. This is just the beginning, but I love what I have learned and I love where it's taking me next.
What was it like before? What were you dealing with? And what was it costing you?
Okay, so when Laurel talks about the 3-year tax look back, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. I know that I, unfortunately, was a sole proprietorship for probably 16 out of the 19 years that I had been doing this job. And if any of you out there can understand, or not can, but do understand what money was left on the table being in that tax bracket, you understand the pain that I felt. I would work, and it would just work, pay taxes, work, pay taxes. It was just this vicious cycle. And I didn't understand, like, at the end of the year, where was all the money? And now I'm able to understand that there's a different way as an entrepreneur, using proper planning and building my LLC out so that the money that I make can be utilized to invest back into the business or into other businesses in order to grow my wealth over the years. So I think that was a really important part of this.
What did you find inside the big table that changed it? A strategy, a person, a piece of advice? What flipped the switch?
I signed up for master coaching pretty early on because I had already had a business and I wanted to help taking it to the next level. And for me, there are so many amazing people in this room. And actually, they all work together. The synchronicities of everything that's in here is pretty astounding. But working with Laurel one-on-one has been so impactful for me personally and my business and my family. We just met last month, but next steps are going to start implementing a whole lot more of the functionality of the systems for growing the business and scaling the business and spreading the business out into other entities, which in fact is going to in turn increase wealth. That's the goal. And she has been bright. She is intuitive from the perspective. She gets it, she understands, and she cares. And so my meeting out here in Reno with her was a fabulous kickstart to what I think is going to be this master coaching. It's going somewhere.
How is the way you run your business and your life different now because of what you've learned?
One key element of this whole platform is your mastermind and your mastermind group. Let's see, I came for the first time a year ago, last April 2025, and our mastermind has met every Monday night, every week of the year, except for the holidays. We intentionally skipped one Monday night. And to me, this group of people who are working with you, they all come from different avenues and different business perspectives and different thought processes. And I think together we are helping each other grow exponentially. And to me, that is a huge impact in my personal life, my daily life, and overarching my business life, which is what it's meant to be, following that platform of the meeting, the sharing, the what did you do last week? What are you doing now? And where do you need to go? It's a really great opportunity that was brought to me because I was here.
What's something you got from the big table that you didn't expect? Something beyond the headline results?
I would say I have a community of people that I can touch with a phone call, with a text. The other day, for example, I had some strange email, spam kind of a thing pop into my email. Any business owner panics about that. And I was able to, within 5-10 minutes, connect with another table member who is in cybersecurity. And she helped me lock everything down to protect anything that could have been exposed. And for me, that's community. We have never met before. We have never spoken on the phone before. But the fact that she was there for me because of this connection that Laurel has brought together has been so huge. And just one example of what life is like being part of the big table.
Give us a shameless plug for your business. What do you do and where can people find you?
Okay, so I sell residential real estate. I'm a real estate broker. I negotiate. I help people sell homes. I help people buy homes. Another big part of that is me being a strategist. So you can hire anyone to help you buy and sell a home. But what I bring to the table in my business plan is strategy, because we need to do a lot of things for you when you're buying residential real estate. We need to help you source homes with limited inventory. We need to help you prepare your home, because preparation is key in order to retaining equity and growing your equity. And then we have negotiation. So, for example, there is a method to the madness of that really has brought my clients a better result. On average, year over year, for the last 10 to 15 years, my average list to sale ratio, and this is over many years, good and bad, is 100% on list to sale. So that's average. So we're talking about the people who overpriced and came down, and we're talking about the people who listened to my strategy and we're getting 108, 110, 120% of their list price. In addition to that, the staging piece is huge. And that is where we're taking the business next, is staging opportunities can be not bringing in furniture, but using what you have to make your home look best online. My website is tarakelleher.com, TaraKelleher.com.